In a world built on power, betrayal, and ruthless ambition, the real story behind Game of Thrones was even darker. Behind the cameras, the cast fought injuries, breakdowns, scandals, and decisions that nearly destroyed the show from within. This is the truth they never intended to reveal. This is the real history of Game of Thrones. She was the face of the dragon. Queen. Unbroken. Unstoppable. But behind the scenes, Emilia Clarke was fighting a battle no one else on set could see. During the earliest seasons, she collapsed from a life-threatening brain aneurysm, and still returned to set only weeks later. Her memory was fading. Lines became impossible. Doctors warned her to stop acting. She didn't. She kept filming, while knowing she might collapse again. And yet, not a single cast member knew the full truth until years after the show ended. Jon Snow held the North together, but behind the cameras, Kit Harington couldn't hold himself. The pressure of fame, the impossible expectations, and the ending he hated pushed him to his breaking point. He nearly quit during season 5. And after filming the final episode, he checked into a treatment facility. Not for luxury. For survival. She ruled as Cersei. Cold. Calculated. Fearless. But in real life, Lena Headey was dealing with a private war, a legal battle with her ex-husband, financial pressure, and later a conflict with certain cast members. Her tension with Jerome Flynn Braun was so severe that HBO kept them apart at all times. Two characters who shared scenes in the books couldn't even appear in the same frame in the show. Sansa's evolution was legendary, but Sophie Turner paid the psychological cost. She was a teenager acting out trauma she didn't fully understand. Online hate, body shaming, and isolation crushed her confidence. At one point, she admitted she didn't want to live anymore. Yet not a single episode was delayed. She worked through every breakdown, every hateful message, every moment of doubt. The assassin Arya Stark was fearless. Maisie Williams wasn't. Growing up on camera damaged her self-image. She hated how she looked, hated being compared to other actresses. Hated the pressure to always be strong. Her biggest fight wasn't the Night King. It was herself. The battles looked glorious, because someone else absorbed the damage. Broken ribs. Concussions. Heat stroke. Some stuntmen worked 18-hour days during Season 8's Battle of Winterfell in freezing darkness for 11 weeks straight. Several were carried out on stretchers. HBO never mentioned it. Tyrion became the soul of the show. But Peter Dinklage had to fight constant media stupidity, typecasting, and the burden of being the only dwarf actor taken seriously in mainstream Hollywood. He fought for dignity while the world obsessed over jokes. Yet he delivered some of the greatest monologues in TV history, while holding the entire industry to a higher standard. Nathalie Emmanuel nearly fainted repeatedly in Meereen costumes. Ian Glenn burned under prosthetics filming grayscale scenes. Charles Dance publicly roasted the writing crew after season 8. Conleth Hill, Varys, said the final season broke his spirit. When the final scripts arrived, the cast wasn't excited. They were shocked. Some were pissed. Emilia Clarke cried. Kit Harington threw the script on the table. Conleth Hill left the table red with visible frustration. The world thought fans hated the ending. The truth is, many actors hated it first. Game of Thrones was a masterpiece built on sacrifice, on broken bones, cracked spirits, private trauma, and relentless pressure. The dragons, battles, and kingdoms were fantasy. But the suffering behind the scenes was very real. And yet, through all of it, the cast delivered a story the world will never forget.